Okay, we got the 1, 2, 3 spots on this side taken care of. And over on this side, I think we got the same. 1, 2, 3. And then we got the hood up here. That's drying. So the next thing to do is to wash it. And then we're going to wet sand it. Get it nice and nice. Scratch up the clear coat. Just give it a good cleaning anywhere in that area. And then we're going to be ready to spray. So that'll probably be tomorrow. I got about 3.5 hours in on this. And I didn't buy any material so far. So we're on a good budget so far. I ordered the paint. And that's almost, let's see, a day away. So I might be able to do this tomorrow. And get some spray on this thing. So we'll see if it comes. Okay, I'm going to block sand and sand up into our clear coat a little bit to roughen that up so we can blend it. I'm going to go and do all these areas, get it all prepped for paint. I did progressive wet sanding. Got it pretty nice. I went up and scuffed the clear coat. Did all these spots. You can see how it roughed it here. Now I'm going to blow dry it, wipe it down good, use a tack cloth, and hopefully we'll be ready for some paint. Well, everything was just drying out nice, and then old Mother Nature come in. Hear the thunder? I got my wheels covered, everything ready to go. It's a good thing I didn't tack cloth or wipe down yet. So we're going to clean out the garage. We're going to get it in there. I didn't really want to spray in there, but they're calling for 2 days of this stuff, so that's what we're going to do next. Well, maybe it'd be better. We can be at a better height to do this, right, Dawson? Yeah. But I'm going to dry this all off again. We'll blow it off. We use that little jet dryer there. And then we got to wipe it down and then get ready to paint. So I just didn't want all the fumes in here because the last car I painted, going up one more I guess, last car I painted in the garage, it was so many fumes, you know. It is 3-lock? Okay. And, you know, the fumes from it. And when you're outside, you can breathe a little better too, even though you got a mask, whatever on. But got to dry this off and won't take too much. And you can hear the gutter run, see the puddles down there. And it, sun just came out, so it figures that's how it works. Okay, here we are the next day. You can see we got this roughened up. A little bit out of focus here. We got pretty decent lighting here in the garage. But if I'm working down low, to me that's a little dark. So I'll probably be adding a couple portable lights here to give me some light on the sides. Where it's outdoors, it's easier for me to see well. But what I'm going to start is masking this off different. And I might take like some paper and curve it outwards so that when I, you know, spray, it doesn't shoot up all over. And try to keep this more contained, because the more overspray, the more buffing I got to do. And probably wouldn't hurt to buff the whole car and get it all shiny anyway. But like this area here, I got to mask off all the plastics. The door, probably the edge of the door, the gas cap, that kind of stuff, so we don't get a lot of overspray. So probably won't bore you with that, but I've got some old newsprint roll. I'll use that for paper and some masking tape and get this finished up here. Check it out. Again, got a little mini shower here. Good thing we're in the garage, even though, like I said, gotta use a respirator, and you know, you're gonna get overspray, especially when you're shooting clear. It's sticky. I'd like to be outdoors where I can breathe better. The old squirrel's over there going under the little bench because it's raining. He doesn't like to get wet. He's mad. You get wet, aren't you, squirrel? He wants to go right in for a snack. Okay, I got the paper on. Some spots a little bit sloppy. You see where I folded this over? Give me a curve. That's so that when I spray the clear or whatever, I can get it to go up in there without leaving a crisp line. Because if I masked it straight, it's going to have a line. And so hopefully this will help blend it. And then our paint came in. I got it from the Touch Up King, if that matters. And we got red, I don't know if you can see it, WA301N is the paint code, and it's a base single stage, and it's where is it here, red jewel metallic. So it should be an exact match. It's supposed to be mixed 8 to 1 to 1, so 8 parts paint, 1 part hardener, 1 part reducer, and then I'm going to start mixing that up here shortly. I used acetone, wiped the car down really well twice after we had, wet sanded it and dried it and all that. And then I'm going to get the tack cloth and tack it to make sure there's no fine dust on it. And that's just the best we can do. It's dusty in this garage. It's hot and humid. I wanted to do it outside. It rained a few minutes ago. Now it's dry out. I just don't dare. So we're going to have to suffer. I can't talk well. I can't breathe good. I'll have to use a mask. But outside would have been a little bit better because I could see better, move around better. It's a little tight in here. But I'm going to figure out what my air pressure. I probably will end up using, low air pressure under 30 pounds. Somewhere between 22 and 30 pounds is what I'm hoping for. And I'll get some spray patterns put out on paper and see if I like them. And we'll get a start on it here shortly. All right, I got this from our tool man. Same guy I get most of my tools from. He has like an auction service. Brand new Napa tools, and that's where I got the welder. He had this spray painter, and I thought, well, I usually get the Harbor Freight $12 one, whatever, but when it's on sale. But this one is a dual, and let's see what we can say here. 2.1 CFM, 40 pounds, 8 gallons or larger. We got a 30-gallon compressor, but this is a complete kit. And let's open this up. He's got a price on it of $75. I don't think we paid that, Dawson. I think we were down around 30 bucks. This is what Napa sells them for, and he's a discount. When they get discontinued tools, he takes them all to the auctions and sell them. We didn't hit the auction. We went right to his house. Let's open this bad boy up and see if it's something I'm interested in. I hope so. But I think I paid...
You got tabs on the bottom.
There's more tabs, yeah. I think I paid about $30 for this, and I thought, you know what I like? Is it all fits in a case. So, what do they give you here? Look at this. You got filters. You got different nozzle tips, filters. You got a little. This is going to be awesome. I didn't realize it was that small. This is like a 4-ounce cup, so it's almost like airbrushing. Yep. We've got our. Because on the backhoe and on the lift over there, I want to spray parts without having a huge overspray. We got our small gun, our big gun. This is about 16 ounce, right? 500 milliliter. And what else I like about this, I'll get right down here, is it's a CP, so it's a little probably better quality. Yeah, they even give you a toothpick, so that's kind of strange. Got a tip cleaner, different brushes. We even get a connector. We don't get a male, but we get the female. Yeah, here's a male. That's cool. One on each one of these. Let me pop some of these out. So I got the gun cup on. I've got the air pressure gauge so I can see it. I'm a righty. I want to probably run it, I told you, between 20 and 40. And then here's your paint volume. And then I loosen this up, bring this all the way back, turn this in till I can feel it. Right there. Go in just a hair, probably lock that down. It's pretty close to where I want to start. And then, like I said, here's your air volume. And we've got a cheap little inline filter. I might try using this too. Gonna make the gun pretty long. I could put it on the end of the hose, but then I've got a 50 or 100 foot of hose that I can't control how much moisture's in it, so I'd prefer it on this end. And this is a gravity fed, it's not a HVLP. This one is a cheap Harbor Freight. I got half the parts out of it still. But HVLP, these are what I usually buy. They're about, I don't know, $9.99 and up when they're on sale. But here's your air control on this. And this one, the only thing we can do is control it underneath, which should be fine. I do want to try this. It's got a nice cleaning kit, so when I'm done, I'm probably going to run a lot of cleaner through it. I do have some filters already, but I might use one of these. And this comes with a little wrench, is cool. I'm not sure on these filters if I want to use them. I'll probably read the manual and see if I want to put a filter in it. But you definitely want to filter your paint. Make sure. We've got a couple different graduations here. I don't have the mixing cup with me, but we can mix it like this. We're going to want 8 to 1, so we could fill it to here. Then we could fill our reducer, then we could fill it with hardener. That's what I want to do. In cups and milliliters to be the same. And then there's no cap on this, so I can throw it in this old jug and put my marks on that too. And then I also have one of these, but I do not have paint cups, which I got to get some. I think for this project it's not that important, so just so you get your ratios right. And like I said, on this paint here, it's 8 to 1, and so that's how we're going to mix it. So it's humid out. If you look around here, it's really moist and humid. We're sweating. We're not sure we're going to paint if we're going to wait a little more towards like 4 o'clock. This is a weekend, but see if I can get some paint on this thing. I'm going to want to do a minimum of 2 coats, so I'll probably put on a light coat and then wait about 15 minutes and then put a second heavier wet coat on and see if that covers. If it does, we're done. Otherwise, we'll need a third. And then we'll probably have to wait till that flash is over, probably a minimum of 15 minutes. And we could do the clear. So now I'm going to tack it off. And this will get any final little dust, anything. And like I said, I wiped it all down good with cloth. And if you look closely, like there's a little dot. It's pretty clean. Because if I wasn't clean enough, it would leave a filth right away. So we're pretty good on that. I'm going to go around and do it all. Probably more than once. All right. To start off, I put my filter in the bottom. So it does have a filter. I showed you I had the settings where I want to start off with. I put some mineral spirits, a little dab in there. That'll clean out any oils from the new gun if it has packing oils in it. Then we're using the Tractor Supply catalyst hardener and then the reducer. I decided I've got mineral spirits, I got acetone, I got paint thinner, but I'm going to use something I think I can trust a little better. We'll use our paint I showed you, 8 to 1 to 1. And what we're going to do is put our 8 and 1 in, stir it, and then we'll put our hardener in last. And then that'll give us about maybe an hour we can put it in the a cup and stir it good, and then we'll give it about 10-15 minutes to kind of, I don't know what you call the word, acclimate, neutralize, whatever, to make sure they're mixed in well before we spray. And then we'll probably start off by spraying onto a cardboard box to get my pattern where I like. And the reason I'm explaining all this now is when I put the respirator on, you definitely won't be able to understand me. You can't hear me now. And so we'll try to show you a little bit. And Dawson, he'll have one on. Nobody will be able to talk good through it. But we're going to spray it on, and we're not professionals. You know that. We just want to get a little color on our car and keep it in budget. So we'll show you in a bit. Now looking at our gauge here, I want to adjust it till I like it. Let's see, she jumps way up. She's on like about 23. We'll turn it down a little bit. I think I like that. Let's try a pattern. We'll control how much material we're going to get here. It's all the way off. See what we get? We don't like that. And they say the length of your hand, so about 6-8 inches, whatever. You want your pattern to be about that distance away. So we change spots. See what we got here. I kind of like that. Now this is only thinner, so we're not going to tell if we're thick at the top and thick, or if we're like a football. That's kind of what I want, is a football. It's pretty close now. We're already out of thinner, so I think we're pretty good to put our paint in and test it. Remember, we marked our milliliter and our ounces, and same thing on our cup. So there's our marks. So I think we'll just go ahead and mix it in a cup, then I'll have a top on. I don't have to clean up everything. So I open up the paint. I got to get my gloves on. Check that out. That's pretty. So we're going to mix these together up to our marks and give it a good stir. And then we're going to let it, what I call slake, just like anything else, for up to 15 minutes so that we know it's all blended well. So there's our paint. Now we're going to do the reducer.
Yep. Remember, we're going to use the left side of that line.
I think just a hair more myself. Well, 8 1-to-1. And then I'm going to stir that in. And then I'm going to come back with the hardener last. I want to get this mixed in pretty good before I'm putting my activator in. Hope this is a smart way to do it. Probably I should have ordered some cups. I don't know. I'm not thinking well lately why I didn't get cups. But makes your graduations a lot easier. So when I like this, in a couple minutes, we'll be putting our activator in. All right, now we're going to do the hardener activator. And then we are going to stir it well, and we're going to let it set about 15 minutes while I'm wiping the car down again, making sure everything's ready to go. And we got about a shelf life, I think, of an hour or so. We're going to test, see how we're doing here. I'm going to just do in the air. And we got red. I want to be, length of your hand away. And thin, thicker, thin. That's not a bad pattern. I should probably hold the box still and do it again. We check our pressure. It's a little high. That looks a little better. Let's see that. Ooh. Looked a little heavier on the bottom. Could be the tape. Let's see how wet that is. Little much. We're going to back this down just a hair. Should probably get a different portion of the box and check it. Hey, Poppy's Pierogies, wherever that come from. I don't like pierogies. That's not too bad of a pattern, guys. I think I like that. The volume of paint is pretty good. The atomization looks good. I think I'm going to start with that. And we're going to go to the back and test it. I won't be able to talk. You won't be able to understand me here, but we'll test it here. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. It flashed off pretty good. I'm going to do coat 2. All right, I got the third coat on. It's looking pretty good. I've got enough paint left here. I think I can do a fourth coat, and that should finish this up, I think. Okay, we got 4 coats of paint on there. And I mixed up the clear. It's been about, looks like about 25 minutes. So by the time I'm all set up here, it'll be about a half an hour between the paint and the clear coat. And I'm going to try to put 2 coats on, minimum, see how much I got. I do have some, I think from the truck when we put the new bumper on, we painted that. I had to buy some clear. So it's a year and a half old anyway. And that's about it. I'll probably put it on time lapse, and I'm going to see how this goes and see if my folded over, bent over paper is going to allow the clear coat to kind of creep up versus a straight line across. There's Dawson mowing, giving us some good lines. Quite a few obstacles. This is his mower. It's Cub Cadet 48. Mine's the 60. He got a good deal on that one too, but that sat all winter over in the shed. Turned the key, fired right up. It works great. These fabricated decks are pretty rugged. You can get pretty close to stuff too. So we got 3 coats of clear on this. Let's see what we got here. What do you think? She got a shine or what? I'm pretty pleased. The color looks pretty good. Let's go and see the other side here. There's the hood. Pretty nice. Fender. That door. And the back corner. Can't really tell. So what I'm gonna do is wait about 24 hours. So tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna buff it. I'll probably buff the whole car, and we'll get into one, really nice shine on it. So maybe I'll show you the end result, but it's looking pretty good. We're on a good budget. I think I spent $116 something for the paint. And what else? I bought the this little reducer, and I had the hardener, and I had the clear, Duplicolor clear. This is our paint. I put the tape on here so when I pour it, it didn't booger up the front of the can, which it didn't. And lower air pressure. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. So we'll get it out in the light tomorrow, get her buffed up, see if the whole thing looks good. I'll get some adhesive, we'll put that trim molding back on. This is gonna call this done. Good morning. Next day. What we gotta do next is we're gonna blend in this clear coat. So what we're gonna do is a light sanding. We're gonna blend these panels. So you get that little overspray, and we're going to blend this in. So we're going to get out some wet and dry wet sandpaper and maybe a spray bottle. This is our repairs. Nice and shiny here, nice and shiny there, but in between when it blends, it's a little foggy. That's what we're going to fix. Okay, I wet sanded this fender. See if you can hear, listen closely. Hear a fly. I don't hear any sound. It feels pretty smooth. Listen here. Smooth up here at the top. No sound. Here's a clear starting. And there's a repair. So this blending area in the center is what we got to get out before we buff. So this took about 5 minutes on this fender, so it should be relatively quick. Okay, now you can see this fender I've done. Listen to the sound. No roughness anymore. Oh, I did the whole side of the car. No roughness anywhere. So wet sanding the clear coat. You can see the difference right there where it blended in. And then what we got to do next is buff it. We're going to get some polish. I've got some rubbing compound. It's probably too rough. I got some swirl. I got to see what I got. The hood, the front end. Listen to the difference. Now, this is up on the lift, so I can't really reach up there, but listen here. Now listen up here. Hear the difference? So, is that Tiger? How you doing, buddy? What you want? Yeah? You helping? Yeah. So, when I let the car down, I can do the hood. Same thing with this fender we repaired. nice and smooth. And then this, we repaired the door. Squeaky clean. So now the last one we got to do is this back fender. You can see the line in this here. See that? Listen to this. Listen on our new work. Now listen in the center. Hear it go away when I go up and down. So this is the last one I'm going to do, and then we can start polishing. All right, I bring the car outside to give it a wash after we're all set here. Molding's on, everything's all buffed and waxed. Now it's starting to rain, so that figures. Well, I washed the car. Got a little storm coming in here, but here's our finish. Put that molding back on. Little fender repair there. We got a little hood repair here. Fender repair here. A door repair there, there, and then fender repair, I think here and down there, 2 spots. And looks pretty good from a drive-by. I think it's definitely better looking than it was before. And if I go to sell it, I just feel better that, you know, don't have big old rust holes on the side of it. See that? Looks like it's supposed to now. So color blended pretty good. The clear coat, not too bad. I think if I was going to do it again, what I would do is, say it was on that door, is do the whole door. Don't just try to blend in, because it's harder. A lot more buffing, sanding, cleaning, that kind of thing. But we did this on a pretty good budget, about $200. So I've got quite a bit of paint left. So if I ever want to touch that up or something, you know, I've got it. And who knows, I can use it for something else. But this is ready to rock and go down the road now. So thank you for watching part 2. And turned out pretty good for at-home repair. Take care, guys.